from that position. You just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes them so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here. Got into the end zone. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And they're going to go soft on the corners. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so now it's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway. Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Well, we mentioned Prescott's record earlier. Ezekiel Elliott holds a record for himself. First rookie to rush for 130 or more yards in 4 straight games after what he did week 6.
And you know, before the season, there's always a prediction. Who will be Rookie of the Year? Who will be MVP? A lot of Rookie of the Year talk for Ezekiel Elliott. It may be MVP talk because he is powering Dallas right now. He's phenomenal.
Here's Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 45 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now that we've got a second, I need to ask you about Carolina. 1-5 through 6 games. Did
not expect that at all, especially because of their defense. And so far in 2016, the defense has struggled a little bit. And how about Cincinnati?
Yeah, 2-4.
The way they lost the playoff game, we didn't know if it would affect them or not. Maybe it has, but they still have a chance to make a big run in their division. But San Diego, I know no one's really talking about them, but the way they lost their 4 games, absolute heartbreakers, maybe they can put a run together behind Phillip Rivers.
Now Wilson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Give him 27 yards that time. And it's good enough for a Seattle first. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Wilson, they'll roll him out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. On third down, Wilson, flush to his right. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On the ground, it's Michael. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They run again with Michael. And he stopped immediately there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From back at the 2, here's third and goal. Third and 2, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll let their receiver run it out of the Wildcat. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Let's go!
Out of the Wildcat, a wide receiver carry. And some room to work. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat. And some room to roam now. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Prescott. It's caught on the right side. Williams. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Cowboys are set up now with a 1st and goal. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. A good pickup there at 22. And the offense moving quickly to the line. first down. Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. A gain of 35 that time. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's third and short.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end,
and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Christian Michael taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now here come the Cowboys. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Cliff Averill in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, Elliott. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He loses 5 full yards to bring up fourth.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And now what they want to see here, he's still down on the field. Obviously such an important part of their passing game, and the training staff, they're going to have to attend to it. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On second down, Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And with that last play, he's now up over the 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On the carry, Michael. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Doug Baldwin from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got it to Williams. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that leads to a Dallas first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Here we go.
Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Lucky Whitehead is intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Prescott, and he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Wilson wants to throw it. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here's Wilson. He's got Curse. And he's brought down after a good game. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Not only did they drop it, looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Wilson. Complete out right to Kurtz. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now a first down following that long gain. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. The give is to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. They go to Elliott again. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Here's Prescott. That escapes the sack. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? And his throw's going to be incomplete. They go play action, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Now Wilson. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line.